Bang.
Okay, I'll do one more. We're Meera Movies, and today we'll be reviewing Thor Ragnarok and talking Fidel Castro, Barbra Streisand fantasies.
Let me take it to the movie, shorty. I'm sure later on you will be my baby.
Happy Thursday, guys. We're going to be doing the show a little bit differently from now on. We're going to bring you 2 or 3 segments, just some little bits that we came up with, and then we're going to bring you a short review every week at the end, as always, as promised. So, let's get right into things with She a Flop.
You tell me who flop, who copped a new drop.
So what we do is we each pick a movie from the past that didn't quite live up to expectations. People were looking forward to it. It seemed like it was going to be good. And then She a Flop.
So, my flop for this week is King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. I know y'all saw those dingy-ass, action-packed trailers on one of your main cable stations. There was a lot of hype behind it.
Guy Ritchie?
Guy Ritchie directed. Charlie Hunnam, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I got no idea. But
Hunnam.
I think it's Hunnam, but
He's
yeah.
on Sons of Anarchy, isn't he?
I think so, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hype, a lot of money went into this. I think $175 million went into the movie. They got $148 million back.
Alright, my flop is Monster Trucks.
Interesting.
Y'all probably never heard of Monster Trucks. Thus, She a Flop. I'm just going to read...
If you ain't heard of her,
Hey, I'm going to read the synopsis, and maybe this will kind of give a look into why she was a flop. Okay. Looking for any way to get away from the life in town he was born into, Trip, a high school senior, builds a monster truck from bits and pieces of scrap cars. After an accident at a nearby oil drilling site, displaces a strange and subterranean creature with a taste and talent for speed. Trip may have just found the key to getting out of town with the most unlikely friend. So basically, he builds this truck, and at a oil spill happens, and the truck turns into a living, breathing creature. And I was watching some YouTube clips, and literally, it was corny racing scenes, and then all of a sudden, sci-fi with the trucks becoming tentacles and all of that. And
wild.
She a Flop.
Let me pull it up. Okay, so our next segment is what you think that movie gonna be about.
If you don't know the movies, I ninja vanish, Mike can do the cough.
This segment basically, we each pull a movie poster from wherever, we'll peruse on different sites, try to find a movie poster, and then present it to each other, and the other person has to describe what they think the movie's gonna be about based off of that movie poster.
Alright, I'll show you mine first. Can we?
Alright, bet.
Alright, we're gonna show the movie poster up for you guys right now.
Okay, this is my first time seeing this, by the way. This is my first time seeing his.
So y'all seeing what he's seeing.
Jesus Christ. Barbara does up the sandbox. All right. Sheesh. Okay, hold on. Let me get a real good look. Okay, so this one's gonna be about a mother who is constantly distracted by her obsession with breast milk and her inability to produce it. A big scene in the movie takes place in a sandbox, hence the title. Dust Mop of the Year is interesting as well, so I'm not exactly sure where that's going, but that's my brief synopsis.
Barbara up the sandbox. If this is a porno, I have no idea, and I didn't mean to put such content.
Oh my! Mine for Matt. This one here. I don't know what you're gonna make of that one, but
another wolf cop.
Fine.
Sequels are a disease.
Okay, so apparently it's a sequel to
the
OG Wolf Cop. I had no idea this.
Something I want you guys to note, can you put another wolf cop back up? Note that he has a gun tucked into the belt because where his gun should go, he has beer on his safety belt. So I think another wolf cop is the sequel to Wolf Cop, if I had to guess. So basically, in the first Wolf Cop, something goes wrong. The Grizzly Town sheriff, he meets a supernatural force in the woods on a routine call. He becomes Wolf Cop. It's a fight internally, good versus evil. He ends up, I'm guessing, dying, saving the main female character. Okay. But then in another Wolf Cop, he has a son-in-law. It turns into a wolf somehow. Not sure how they're gonna pull that off. But basically, it's the story of a cop who is also a wolf.
Roger Ebert gave it a 3. It's an old movie. Barbra Streisand's in it, dude.
Whoa, Fidel Castro? A Manhattan professor's pregnant wife. Barbra Streisand has fantasies, which include her mother. Number one question after reading that is, are the fantasies, are they separate? Does she fantasize about her mom? And then separate fantasy, Fidel Castro? Or does she fantasize about her mom and Fidel Castro together? Either way.
Probably both together.
Either way, she a little spooky.
Shit a little spooky. I mean, hey, but I can't lie. She got me interested. She got me maybe wanting to see the movie.
Hey.
I mean, maybe. Might have to give her a peek.
There's worse things than
there's worse
Fidel Castro, Barbra Streisand fantasies.
I mean, never mind. Okay, so the actual synopsis behind Wolf Cop is an alcoholic werewolf cop, Lou Garou, springs into action when an eccentric businessman with evil intentions seduces Woodhaven's residents with a new brewery and hockey team in this outrageous horror comedy sequel.
So basically, I was very close.
Pretty close.
You said hockey team?
Stephen A with a hot takes.
Up next is Hottest Take of the Week, where we scour on our own time. We try to find the hottest movie-related take on Twitter. So, we search, we're digging in the crates, we're trying to find out y'all's hottest takes. Maybe you'll end up here if you got a crazy hot take. First, alright, can we put the hot take on the screen here? Dane, future.
You ain't got an intro, bro.
So we have at Unponder saying, anyone else think Jigsaw's kind of sexy? Blowing nose emoji. Everyone's into what they're into. It's unconventional. I'm not gonna say it's wrong.
Everyone comment if you think Jigsaw is sexy.
I'm not gonna say it's wrong.
I mean,
you like what you like.
He's got a vibe.
Hot take, yes.
Hot take, definitely a hot take.
Wrong? Up for y'all to decide.
So my hottest take of the week is more TV related. Mine is Chicago Fire is the best TV series of all time. It tops Breaking Bad in so many ways. The talent on the show is bewildering. Fire truck emoji, red light emoji, kissy face emoji, and a cow emoji. And this tweet was by @KyleDowns1. Well, Kyle Downs, you've definitely got a hot take with that one there. And I don't exactly understand the emoji usage.
Fire truck.
Particularly the cow emoji. I don't really get that one.
Me and Dane, if you don't know, we have a special, I don't want to say hate.
It's not a hatred. It's just a annoyance.
Bewilderment about Chicago Fire. It looks terrible.
It looks bad, but I mean it has its market. It has its audience. Yeah. Like middle-aged parents.
Bitch, I bite like a gator. Fuck them reviews that they put in the paper.
So every week we're gonna do a review as part of this show. So this week we went out last night actually and saw Thor Ragnarok, which was the third installment of the Thor movies that's kind of a part of this big Marvel universe. For me, I thought it was one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. And having me and Matt crammed watched the first two Thors because we were a little unfamiliar. But in comparison to those, it was so much better. Had a vibe, it had an identity. It was funny. Thor got his swag up. And there were so many visuals, so many cool characters, a lot to build off of. And I think it's a really great step for the Thor franchise, as well as going into the newer Marvel movies that are coming up, as well as Black Panther, which we saw as a preview, and I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel.
The new Thor, I loved it. Point blank. I thought it was fun. 24/7. Either it's funny, it's entertaining, or it's moving the story along in creative ways. The inclusion of the Hulk, bringing him in, you get to see Doctor Strange, you get to see, just a bunch of different stuff, and it builds on the Thor mythology. I feel like the first two movies took itself a little bit too seriously. That's where they went wrong. They were dingy. They reminded me of VHS tapes.
Dingy.
But this is some Blu-ray vibes, greens, blues.
Yeah, you can even tell with the movie poster just how
much of they really is. So that's just a testament to the new director they brought in. Script was great. Overall, like when I want to see a superhero movie, I want to be entertained. I just want to be transported to their world. I want it to be fun. And Thor Ragnarok was that. It was so amazing.
Fun. It kept me entertained the entire time.
Yeah, so I think it is one of my favorite superhero movies I've ever seen. So I'm gonna go with a Meera score of a 9.
Okay, alright. I'll probably have to give it an 8.8 then, so that makes it an 8.9 Meera score. Very good movie, highly recommend it to anybody who's even remotely into the the superhero, especially the Marvel scene.
Let me take you to the movie, shawty. I'm sure later on you will be my baby.